I'm Erica. So today I will talk about these three questions to ask before eating. So I've been talking about mindful eating a bit because it's so important. But let's be real, it's not always easy. Well, first things first, what is mindful eating anyway? Basically, it's about really paying attention to what you're eating and drinking, both how it feels in your body and how it makes you feel emotionally. It's about being totally present when you're eating, noticing when you're actually hungry and when you're getting full, and making choices about what you eat. It's about being non judgmental about food and really understanding your own eating habits. And guess what? Mindful eating has some serious perks. You actually enjoy your food more. You appreciate the flavors and textures. Plus, it can help you digest better and prevent overeating. Because when you're paying attention, you're more likely to notice when you're truly satisfied. It can also help you understand your eating habits and what triggers you to eat so you can make healthier choices in the long run. Sometimes I always say, because it's so true, is listen to your body. Pay attention to those hunger and fullness cues. Eat slowly so your brain has time to catch up and realize you're getting full. Think about how different foods make you feel, and then make choices based on what your body actually needs and what you truly enjoy. To make mindful eating a little easier and avoid overeating, I ask myself these questions before I eat. Want to know what they are? Okay, let's talk about it. First question to ask is, am I hungry? So, have you ever asked yourself, am I really hungry? This sounds simple, but it's a game changer. Because sometimes we eat even when we are not actually hungry. Maybe we eat just because we are bored. And that's a recipe for overeating. For me, eating just because happens most when I'm home with nothing to do. My brain goes, I'm bored. I guess I'll grab snack. And then boom, I'm eating for wrong reasons. One thing that helps is don't keep tons of snack at home. Seriously, if it's there, you're more likely to eat it. Out of sight, out of mind, right? I know. This is easier said than done, especially if you have a family. We have pantry full of goodies for my boys, cookies, energy bars, chocolates, and let me tell you, sometimes I have to actively forget they exist. One thing you can do is switch to healthier snack for everyone or at least find some healthy alternatives for yourself and keep the less healthy stuff to minimum. Finding those alternatives can actually be fun. I'm totally obsessed with Greek yogurt bowl right now. They are my go-to when I want satisfying snack. But even with healthy snack, you still don't want to eat just because you're bored. If you're tempted, try taking a break, drinking some water, and see if the craving passes. Speaking of water, drink up. Seriously, this is such a simple but effective trick. We all know we should drink plenty of water anyway, right? Then why not use it to our advantage? Tea, black coffee, sparkling water, those are great options too. Unless coffee makes you crave sweet, like it does for me. Sometimes just drinking a glass of water can make you feel full, especially if you weren't truly hungry in the first place. But please don't do too much on the water, okay? Now, what about when you're actually hungry? That's important too. It's good to feel hungry sometimes because it makes you appreciate your food much more. But you don't want to get too hungry because that can lead to overeating. One thing that helps me is eating smaller, more frequent meals. Instead of three huge meals, I have smaller meals and snacks throughout the day. This keeps my blood sugar stable and prevent those crazy hungers and overeating. For example, I usually have breakfast around 6:30, lunch around 1 p.m., and dinner around 5. That's a long stretch between breakfast and lunch. So I get really hungry by lunchtime. That's when I have a healthy snack. Greek yogurt, nuts, jerky, something like that. If I'm busy and I don't have time for snack, a protein shake works too. Then between lunch and dinner, I check in with myself. Am I actually hungry? If not, I wait for dinner. If I am hungry a bit, I'll just get another healthy snack. 3 meals plus a couple of snacks keep me from getting too hungry and helps me avoid overeating. Another great tip, focus on protein and fiber. Protein rich foods such as eggs, nuts, cottage cheese, chicken breast, and so on, and high fiber foods, fruits, veggie, whole grains, keep you feeling full for longer. And if you're having a big meal, try eating your veggies first. It's a good way to fill up a bit before you dive into the rest of the food. So the next question to ask is it worth the calories? I've said before that eating isn't just about calories. But let's be real. Calories do count, right? The question is, are those calories worth it? Are they making both your body and your mind happy? For me, if I'm eating something delicious and truly enjoying it, then yes, it's worth the calories. Even if it's a high calorie treat. That doesn't mean I eat high calorie foods all the time, but it's okay to indulge now and then, especially for special occasions. Think about it, going out to dinner with friends, date night, life happens. You don't want to miss out on those moments because you're too worried about your diet. But you also don't want to go overboard just because it's a special occasion. The key here? Planning. If you know you have a special event coming up, you can adjust your diet and exercise in the days leading up to it. Maybe you'll work out a little extra, or maybe you'll eat a bit lighter in the day before. With a little planning, you can enjoy those special meals without any guilt or regret. Those truly joyful food experiences, definitely worth the calories. On the other hand, have you ever eaten something high calorie that just wasn't even good? Oh, the worst. Like you're on a diet, craving for a burger, and you finally decide to have one. You've even adjusted your calories for the day so you can enjoy it guilty free, and then it's just not good. So disappointing, right? You think this burger was not worth the calories, and you probably end up eating it anyway, even though you're not satisfied. And satisfaction is everything when it comes to food. When you're satisfied, you're happy physically and emotionally, and that keeps you motivated. But if you're not satisfied, it can be a slippery slope. You might lose motivation, or those cravings for the foods you're trying to avoid can get even stronger, which can lead to overeating. So, if you're looking forward to a special meal, do your research. Find a place that's known for having amazing food. Ultimately, the calories do add up, but you have a choice about what you eat. If you truly believe that the food you're about to eat will bring you a joy, both in your body and your mind, then go for it. So the last question to ask is, am I going to be smiling after eating? After you've really gotten into mindful eating, you should be feeling good, happy even. That feeling of satisfaction, both physically and emotionally, comes from a full belly and making healthy choices. But that doesn't mean you can never enjoy those high fat, high sugar treats and all. Think about it. You are at a cafe with a friend and you decide to treat yourself to your favorite chocolate cafe and latte. You're enjoying every bite, laughing and chatting with your friend. Are you going to be smiling afterwards? If yes, awesome. But if not, let's think about why. What's making you feel less than happy? Whether you're practicing mindful eating or not really boils down to two things. Do you have any regrets? And did you truly enjoy the food? Enjoying your food sounds simple, but it can be surprisingly hard. If you have even a tiny bit of guilt about what you're eating, you're not truly enjoying it. And I think the key here is a balance. Let's go back to that cafe example. Let's say you end up regretting that chocolate cake. Why? Maybe you had a cake yesterday too, and you feel guilty about having it 2 days in a row. Okay, so next time, maybe skip the cake the day before. Problem solved. Or maybe it's a combination of the cake and the latte that's making you feel blah. Try swapping the latte for black coffee next time. Or maybe you just need to have lighter, more nutritious dinner that day to balance things out. The point is, it's important to figure out why you're not happy and you're feeling guilty and what's causing it. Once you know that, you can start removing those triggers one by one. And that's a huge step toward truly enjoying your food. Now, let's look at the other scenario. You're chilling at home, watching a movie after a big dinner. You're stuffed, but you still want something to eat. So you grab a giant bag of chips and polish it off without even thinking about it. Your focus was on the movie, not the chips. You were eating mindlessly. Are you going to be smiling afterwards? Probably not. Mindless eating almost always leads to regret and guilt because it usually means overeating. It's best to avoid it altogether, but if you really need a snack, choose something healthier. Edamame, protein, cereal, blueberries, something like that. Or instead of grabbing the whole bag, pour a small portion into a bowl. Remember, you always have a choice. And here's the most important thing, you make the rules for yourself. If you decide not to have a cake 2 days in a row, that's your rule. Own it. Nobody can judge for it unless you're being super extreme and making yourself unhappy or unhealthy. Mindful eating is a fantastic way to improve your relationship with food and boost your overall well being. By paying attention to what you're eating and listening to your body, you can develop healthier habits
and truly enjoy your meals. Start small, and you'll be amazed at the difference it makes. And remember, managing your hunger is a big part of this too. When you're not constantly battling cravings, you have more energy, you're in a better mood, and you're more productive. Learning to control your hunger is a key ingredient for long term health and happiness. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. And if you liked my video, please like it and subscribe my channel. I'll see you in another video.